Tesla just started doing vertical YouTube Shorts ads, and this one explains how easy it is to charge, that you don't need to think about charging on road trips. You just enter your destination and then Tesla tells you exactly where you need to stop and for how long. And then of course they explain the $7,500 EV tax credit. So overall, a pretty decent ad. It is not news that Tesla is running an ad as a YouTube short, but the new part is that it is actually a vertical video. Before, Tesla would put these horizontal videos so you would barely see anything. This is much, much better. And here's another ad I found on X in the US that Tesla is running. This one is advertising the Model Y.
Wedbush out with a new note on the EV leader saying, quote, "It is time for the board to change the Tesla narrative with 3 things that need to occur to make change happen." For more, is the man behind the note, Wedbush Managing Director Dan Ives. Dan, best dressed man on Wall Street as well.
Great to be here.
It's okay. 3 things. Number 1, create a new comp package that supersedes this 2018 one. What do you want to see?
Look, a $40 to $50 right now overhang on the stock because of this. The Delaware situation, I believe they need a comp package to supersede the 2018. Ultimately, Musk gets that package. This has been...
You want to see him get paid?
You want to see him get paid. This has already been approved by shareholders. Stop the nonsense. And I think this is something that the board needs to act now.
So, I mean, the judge in Delaware, of course, everybody's saying, oh, it's politicized. Who knows, whatever. But you think the board needs to come up with something new to compensate Elon Musk. By the way, keep him there, keep him happy, and keep that AI in-house because he kind of threatened to walk.
Musk is the heart and lungs of Tesla. Tesla is Musk, Musk is Tesla. And I think that's something that's very, very important at this juncture. Clock struck midnight. Board needs to come out and act.
Also, and it's related to that, the company's headquarters is already in Texas. Mm-hmm. But you think they need to, and Musk has said he may do this, legally move the state of incorporation from Delaware to Texas?
I think it's not a question. They have to. I think not just from a Delaware perspective, you got to move to Texas at the shareholder meeting, put that up. I think the board needs to come out with a statement, and then the Musk 25%. In terms of getting Musk to the 25% voting, obviously a lot of controversy there, but Brian, it is so important that AI, and we believe could be one of the biggest AI stories out there, AI stays under Tesla, which is, I think this is it's a pivotal point to make sure that Musk stays at Tesla through 2030 at least.
I agree with Dan Ives, and James made a comment here which is somewhat related to this subject as well. I have been tough on the Tesla board of directors for enabling, but I have reflected on this and I take it mostly all back. While it is true that they have enabled and stood by as Elon has harmed Tesla at the expense of his interests in Twitter, I am not sure that any other alternative is better than simply doing nothing. They cannot possibly force him out because the company valuation would collapse from fear of lack of future innovation. James says he disagrees with this, but that's what people think would happen. So the stock would react to it negatively. Now, I personally think in the long term, yeah, Tesla's innovation would be affected. Tesla would not be as innovative in the long term, I think. But in the short term, I can see some upside certainly for why having less drama at Tesla might be beneficial, but a lot of long-term retail Tesla stock investors will just pull out from the stock or will be quite upset with that. And the fact that he would sell his holdings of Tesla stock, which may well send it into low double digits, at least in the short term, or that he may cause a brain drain and Tesla would lose other key executives. That's a very real point. So they remain silent, lesser of the two evils. This is Elon's true desire for more voting rights. He wants to protect his power at all costs because he knows that for the reasons I described here, he can say, do, act as he chooses and literally tell anyone and everyone else to GFY. I think there's truth in what James is saying here, but also remember that Elon basically does not have control of OpenAI despite having put money into OpenAI. And I don't think he wants to repeat that again in any way, shape, or form. So I think his motivation for more voting rights is multifaceted.